Hi, I'm Leo. I'm a jack of all trades, master of some, and I'm making a film. I'm in the third year of a 3-year degree in stop motion animation. Have you ever thought about how flipping through the pages of somebody's sketchbook is kind of like peering through a gateway into their mind? Join these two friends on a journey of wonder, a celebration of creativity as a way of living, and a sort of love letter to the existence of the artist. Welcome behind the scenes of my rich inner world. In this episode, I'm going to be taking you through the process of making Leo's and Ted's shoes, a pair of trainers and a pair of boots. I experimented with lots of different materials and played with how they interact when considering these shoes. I like my puppets to be light and sturdy, and I really enjoy air dry clay for how light it is, how it interacts with the type of glue I use, and how you can sand it as well as sculpt it. This is Starbug. I made Starbug by making core out of plastozote, wrapping it in cling film, and smearing milliput over the top to make a shell. When it dried, I had 2 parts of a hard shell I could then bake a layer of super sculpey over and paint it. I tried to do this with the shoes, making a core, smearing milliput over cling film, and maybe it was my patience, maybe it was genuinely really fiddly, but I decided to change my plan. Nothing was sticking, and yeah. On the second round, I made new bases out of plastozote, but with the intention of integrating it into the final design. I smeared a very thin layer of air dry clay mixed with water to try and get a kind of surface that air dry clay could bond to, because at the moment it was just falling off. When this was dry, I could sculpt air dry clay over the top and I could paint it. I like fiddly things, and I wanted both these pairs of shoes to have laces. For the boots, I bent small bits of wire to mimic the hooks you get on hiking boots, and for the trainers, I superglued seed beads onto the holes I made when the air dry clay was still soft. I drilled channels into the top of these shoes so that the legs could attach to them via a K&S joint. The soles of these boots were more tricky. Initially, I made flat pieces of air dry clay and glued them with araldite to the soles of the shoe sculpts. They had bolts in them so that the puppets could be tied down to a grid. When testing these puppets, the air dry clay was less than functional and it was actually very brittle. So I decided to replace this with super sculpey, which is stronger once it's dried because it's baked. To lace the trainers, I threaded a piece of doubled over cotton on both ends with needles. I laced the trainers as you would a human-sized pair of shoes, and I think he looks pretty excited. I laced the boots with a length of black embroidery thread, hooking it under the small hooks I glued in the same way you would lace your own pair of hiking boots. This film is a blend of live action, stop motion, and 2D magic. Stay tuned for updates on puppet building, set making, and little bits of behind the scenes. See you soon.